evening in Minnesota. Thank y'all for joining us at the BIPOC Happy Hour. Black, Indigenous people of color wind down. We're so appreciative of y'all being here. I'm Uncle Ray. I got brother Dennis. I got a brother Bobby here. And how y'all fellas doing today?
Trouble, boiling trouble.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, especially on a day like this. Trouble is a nice friend to have on a day like this, especially as it gets darker.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? I don't mind trouble coming over here to visit, especially on a gloomy, wet Friday night. Yo, yeah, I don't mind trouble visiting. Come on over, trouble. Holla at your boy. What you say about that, brother Bobby? How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good, just getting off of work.
I ain't hating. It's Friday night. Glad to see you with the rest of the zombies.
Yeah. How y'all doing today?
It's Friday. It's another Friday.
You gotta take it one day at a time.
Take what one day at a time?
Well, I don't know. I was told that.
Who told you to say that? Was it a sign? Was it a sign from somebody that told you to say take it one day at a time or something?
No, I thought somebody told me that God said say that to me. I went to Cub Foods.
And God told you to say that to him and he took you to Cub Foods?
No, I think you got it wrong. You gotta listen. I went to Cub today. And the guy was standing outside asking for money. And he said, God told me to, take it one day at a time. So I didn't know what that meant.
Did you ask him?
No, because
Why don't you ever ask the people that ask you these weird questions? Why don't you ever ask them what do they mean instead of ask us what they meant?
Okay, I was going into the store. He asked for a 50 cent or $1. I said, I don't have any change. I come out the store, he said, just take it one day at a time. God said, told me to tell you that.
What's wrong with that?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. But what does it mean by taking it one day at a time?
How many days can you take at a time?
I don't know. I mean,
can't you only do one day at a time? Or can you do a week at a time? You must be special to even contemplate that.
Okay. I don't know.
Well, one day at a time can go many ways. It don't have to be figuratively, you know what I mean? A literal sense. It's just saying, don't put too much on your plate. Slow down on what you're doing. It can mean many things. It's all how you interpret it.
Oh, I thought he was trying to get another $50 on me by making an idle conversation.
What did you give him? 50 cents per dollar?
No, I didn't have any change. I put my
change. Did you keep walking away from him?
No, I said it's all good. I mean, what was I supposed to say?
Nothing. Keep walking. He was giving you some word of advice. He didn't ask you for no money.
Yes, he did.
That was at the beginning. As you were leaving, he didn't ask you for money. He just told you. God told me to tell you, take it one day at a time.
That's it.
That's all you said. I'm going by what you told us.
I thought that was from earlier conversation when I was walking in the store because he was sitting in the same spot when I came out.
Did he have to move?
For you to get the message?
Right. Did he have to move for you to get the message?
I don't think y'all woke. What is
how come we not woke?
Because, governors of Florida said that woke act, that y'all are not woke. Y'all don't know how to think or anything like that.
I don't listen to no one from Florida. Sorry.
It's definitely not Governor DeSantis because you done banned all them books because you done banned the math books because the math books are teaching critical race theory. I don't get it. It's just that it's not computed. All the math books.
Well, y'all can't keep influencing these kids with y'all theories. They need
what is it? Math books don't contain random theories. We're talking about math, numerals. I mean, quantum physics and all that kind of stuff. We're not talking about
black and white.
We're not talking about y'all conspiracy theories and all that kind of stuff. This is math. Everything is built on math.
Well, math should make you feel guilty about yourself if you can't do it or not.
Well,
That's
apparently in Florida, it makes them feel guilty, and the governor feels their pain.
Well, you know, I'm glad. Feel guilty. Fuck.
I mean,
what about the anguish, Bobby? They got anguish in these places. They can't cope with this stuff that y'all trying to put down on them. You know, the far left is not going to get to take over as a. I mean, you guys are crazy.
They feel how they feel. Fuck them. I mean, shit. What I can do? All thing they can do is make another law. Don't look at white people. They already said don't make them feel uncomfortable. So next is don't look at the motherfuckers. So, you know.
Right. Because that makes no sense to me. I mean, when you got a picture, Maya Angelou and a math book, and then all of a sudden y'all teaching critical race theory. That just doesn't make sense to me.
You know, if motherfuckers start boycotting their ass, fucking Miami and all that, and go somewhere else, because he can talk shit like that because he getting our money.
But those people that are in Miami like that kind of stuff. Those people that are in Florida apparently like that kind of stuff because they voted him in.
So that's why
they're stopping the road to kids and employees.
But that's why you take their money. You hit them in their pockets. See, their money come from tourism. That's where they money
wrong
come
with
from.
that. Donald Trump did it for 4 years straight and still doing it. And never once looked back.
So you gonna punish the industry for a governor's action? That's not fair.
It's not fair for the governor to take control of an industry that nobody asked him to.
But I mean, you can't stop visiting Florida because the governor. They got independent businesses there that need your
Nope. I'm telling my businesses to pull out of Florida. If that's the way you want to interact, I don't have to associate it. Pull out of it.
You're right. They do have independent businesses. And those independent business owners voted for that motherfucker to be in office. So you're right. You take all of it. You hit their pocket.
Oh.
And if that governor wants to be, because you know he was trying to run for president. He gonna run in 2024.
Who is Republican?
Yeah, he is. Ron DeSantis is running for president in 2024
against Trump.
Now Trump is not a guaranteed thing.
Well, Donald Trump may not be a guarantee.
But that's the only Trump that matters. The other two couldn't find their way out of a paper bag, and ain't nobody voted neither one of them. And Ivanka ain't gonna try. She got a little more sense than her. She ain't going down that road.
I don't know. I thought she had more sense, but she was backing her daddy, so you know.
Of course, I'm on national TV. I'm on a TikTok. I have to back my father. But remember the last year of his presidency, they moved out of the country.
I would have too.
Right, so I'm not gonna be here for all the shenanigans. I'm gonna
do all that.
Wasn't
probably from her. It was probably from her husband.
Oh, her husband was a lot of that. You know, you still gotta get away. It was for the husband. Because Ivanka gonna be taken care of. That's her daddy. Her daddy's still living. She firstborn. She got all the rights. And her daddy likes her.
For now.
I mean, you know, Ivanka's always gotten away with any and everything and all of that. And she is destined to take over Trump Industries, what's left of it, after her daddy walks off.
You're right. What's left of it?
Whatever's left of it.
Y'all are rude.
What do you mean rude? How you gonna try to take over a government and then think all the people in that country is just gonna love you for it? That ain't happening.
Well, you never know.
I still want to talk to somebody out there to say Donald Trump won the election, because I got to understand, who do you think honestly voted for him? I know he had his Trump followers, but you really think that many people voted for Donald Trump? Really? You thought he was all in that lame duck situation?
They did.
Really?
He won before.
He won before. Well, he had help with that. They're still investigating that. They're trying to find out how he sabotaged the investigation. He had help the first time. There was no question in it. That's the only president that I've known, that I've studied through history and in while I have lived, that actually had the result of, downright obvious cheating to win anything. That's ugly. To even claim that there's cheating going on to try to win something, that's lame. That's lame. That's lame. But that lets us know how that side of the people work. We've always said they were like that, and that's how we believe it.
Well, you know,
and they showed it.
I'm glad they did. You know, everyone able to did, and that's why they in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? They don't want their kids. They don't want their kids to know what they're doing. But you still fucking up by doing the shit that you're doing now.
It makes. I mean, you're supposed to be teaching real history. You're supposed to be teaching what went on so you can change it and make it better. But no, you don't need to learn about that. I don't know.
But you know, these kids are smart too. They read on their own.
Yeah, I mean, the more you tell somebody not to read, because just like I did, I had to know what critical race theory was. So all you do is Google it, and it'll give you the information. Then you can go from there and find other literatures. It's that simple. You think nobody else is gonna do it? Just like that little kid you said, don't touch that burner on that stove. You're gonna get your fingers burnt. And about the 5 times on the last time he gets his fingers burnt. So you know, hey. You done told kids don't do it, that makes them run out there even more. He should have psyched. I'm glad he psyched the shit out that man. That man was doing it on purpose. He was wanting to get beat up. So he could try to say, I got beat up by Mike Tyson. He was trying to sell that shit.
So if they wasn't videotaping it of somebody else, would they ever leave Mike Tyson?
I don't know how to answer that question because this is 2022. There's nothing that's not videotaped.
That's true.
I mean, for quite some time, everything is videotaped.
Well, everybody kept saying the man was instigating.
You can see it on the video.
But Mike hands is our illegal weapon.
And if Michael would have been a marshal, you know, the marshals that ride the planes and all that kind of stuff, he'd have been doing that to a marshal, and the marshal had to shoot him. And what?
So you saying it would have got to that point that it's okay to put a lethal weapon because he was teasing him?
If you won't leave me alone and you're invading my personal space, I have every right to defend my personal being. And you're infringing upon my personal space. And I've asked you, just like everybody else can see, I've asked you to leave me the fuck alone.
And you're stealing my shit.
Right,
Bobby,
see?
But it's Mike Tyson. Bobby is Mike Tyson. This is not a regular person.
I mean, please tell, what does that mean?
Yeah,
what does that mean?
But I'm Bobby, a regular person who would slap a shit out of a person for doing.
Right. Didn't he know the day was Friday? Slap a bitch Friday. Didn't he know what it was? I mean, whatever day it was, it's probably on a Tuesday because you know you're supposed to slap a bitch on Tuesday.
But Mike Tyson.
Okay, does it matter? So if you go up and start slapping an alligator in his on his nose and he bites you, was the alligator wrong? Because you know it was an alligator.
Okay, Ray, you want to talk? Listen, you cannot compare an alligator that doesn't have any sense to another human. We're talking about a human.
You just said that his hands was deadly weapons.
No, they said that Mike Tyson's hands are legally deadly weapons to any untrained fighter. He should be out there fighting or hitting everybody. This is the second time he didn't done this. And knowing
he should have. What else was he going to do? Get him? What was he going to do? How does he defend and protect himself? There was no police on there. How does he defend and protect himself?
Like anybody else, call security, call the
Where was the security coming from? We on the motherfucking plane. Where they coming from?
So Mike Tyson
and everybody and as you, I'm not to keep cutting you off. I apologize. But also, just like you said, everybody on the plane was there as witnesses.
But that doesn't give Mike Tyson the right to hit somebody.
Yes, it does. I give me every right to defend and protect myself.
His hands are classified as legal. This is the second time he did that. Knowing he hit somebody, knowing trying to beat somebody else on the street, they're not professional fighters. He is wrong.
No, he's not.
I agree with you, Bobby. I don't agree with what Dennis said whatsoever. How else am I supposed to protect myself? I don't have the same rights as you do.
So that's like
and I begged and pleaded for you to stop.
You do like everybody else, call security.
Where is security coming from? We're on a plane, Dennis. Where's security coming from?
They got some kind of security. They got the marshals. You said they can shoot them. They could have called the marshals.
They got ain't no marshal on there.
Well,
the video shows you. The video shows
you got locked up when he got there. but he could have been dead. Dude could have harmed Mike Tyson. You never know what dude made it thought.
Right.
You know
You
what
don't
I'm
have
saying? By the
somebody
time they got to the ground, Mike could have been dead. So
Right.
what do? You put, like Muhammad Ali said, do I sit here? I got 100 snakes beside me. That's all cool with me, 1,000. But I got 5 million coming my way. Do I leave this door open and see if these 1,000 snakes gonna back me up, or I'm gonna shut this motherfucking door? So what you gonna do? You gonna slap a bitch, or you gonna let him kill you?
Right, because I done told him to leave me alone, please, sir, go away. We done did this for 10 minutes.
And I'm in first class. So that means you had to walk up from the gutter to come all the way
from the regular people.
I don't know what class this guy was in.
He was in first class. He was in the front of the plane, comfortably by himself. No, he had somebody on the side of him. He minding his own business. The guy actually walked up and wouldn't go away. The flight attendants asked him to leave. He kept coming back. There's no security. Where's security at? With the pilots? The pilots is in the cockpit flying the plane.
Okay, y'all got.
So how do I defend myself?
By violence. That's what you do. That's what you just said.
Yes, because violence is keeping him on my back. Yes, violence is on my back.
Okay, I could be peaceful.
That was my peaceful. Lay his ass out. That was my peaceful. I didn't kill him. I was at peace. After he was quiet and stopped moving, I was at peace.
How do y'all justify the stuff y'all be saying sometimes?
Because you're invading my personal space. I have just as much rights to my personal space as you have to yours. And I've asked you.
I could not have been Chris Rock. Someone come and slap me. I'm gonna fuck if I'm on national TV. We rumble it. I'm gonna fuck who about these white folks around me.
No, if it was Mike Tyson, you wouldn't say that.
Huh?
If that was Mike Tyson, I'd have laid there and screamed and called my lawyer. Oh, where's my lawyer? Oh, lawyer. Oh, lawyer.
Y'all only enter ones when y'all can beat them. If you can't beat them, then y'all got so much to say if they beat y'all. I feel.
But if they hit me, and if I to get this, I deserve to get hit if I'm invading someone's space.
Right. If I was that guy that was bothering him, I deserve to get hit.
I deserve.
If the one he that slapped me while I spun in a circle 3 times, I'd be a TikTok for the rest of my life.
And you're lucky he's still talking.
Yes, and he's still breathing.
And not talking like this, with wired, with a wired mouth or whatever.
And so they probably would have been put Mike in jail for that too.
Because at that moment, I'd have faced the crime. I'd have went to court. I'd have got my lawyer, and we would have discussed this in court just like anybody else. That's just like I can put him up against another animal, just like a snake. You gonna keep bothering a snake over and over? It done jumped up, it's rattling his tail, it's telling you to move, but you still want to pet it on his head. Who wrong?
Oh, my baby.
Oh, you guys bit that damn mean old snake. It told you to leave him alone. So how you gonna go automatically say, oh, Mike Tyson wrong because he killed him? That's crazy. That is so crazy. Mike Tyson didn't run up on him, didn't try to what do you say? Deflate the situation. All of that. Call security. Where's security coming from? So you mean I'm gonna take a 2-hour flight, listening to this man bother me the whole 2-hour flight because I don't want to be nonviolent? No, you're gonna sit your ass down so I can have them tie your ass to a seat.
And that's probably what I would have done.
He hit him with all his might.
No, he didn't even hit him with all his might. No, he didn't.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
It was one of them, get the fuck away from me. Stop, leave. Stop bothering me.
You searching this too, Sonia?
I did what? I'm sorry, I was at a happy hour. Another call.
I ain't hating. All right.
Louisiana crunch cake. I remember having that after church.
I never had one of those.
Oh, please. They got them in the box. They got them in the box and cut.
Eat them after church every Sunday.
Amen. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I've never eaten one of those. Never had one.
Huh?
I have never had one.
They come with the entree boxes, a white box at the store.
Okay.
Man, I can smash one of those by myself.
I'm sure you have several of them. I'm sure.
Okay, you get one slice, and then the next thing, the box is gone. I don't know what be happening with those cakes, especially with a cup of milk. Oh my God.
I got some Grey Goose.
I ain't mad. I'm not mad at you. You don't need no milk.
Well, that's the dark
Yeah.
version. Little Grey
Yeah.
Goose.
So, Sada, what is your opinion on the Mike Tyson?
I didn't see the video, but it's like, come on now, dude. You knew who the fuck you was fucking with. Like,
So
you
you
just
say-
can't fucking with everybody. You just saw Will Smith slap Chris Rock. Motherfuckers ain't having that shit no more.
This is 2022. I'm not taking that mess.
Okay, you saw it.
Tyson said he asked for
You
it.
knew that was Mike Tyson. Why the fuck
he
you fucking
bet-
with Mike Tyson?
He knew it was Mike Tyson.
He bit that man's ear off.
Did his time, got back out and still making money. So you think him hitting that boy was gonna bother him for going to jail? No, you can't bother me.
And you know what was in his mind? Nigga, I laid down for this 6 months. You keep playing with me. I was laid down for 6 months.
Right. So brother
Because
now
I'm gonna slap this shit out of it. And like you said, Simon, he didn't use all his might.
no. But brother man only wanted to try to make some money. Because if I get Mike Tyson irritated enough and he hit me, I can take this show on the road, get paid for all my TV interviews. That's what brother was doing.
Is that how you feel, Ray? I mean,
That's how they
really?
do. That's what really happens. How do you think they get people in a blackmail and tricking them and stuff? That happens.
It was a white man.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he was trying to swindle money from him.
Right. That's what I said, son. Exactly what I said. He was trying to get some money. If I make Mike Tyson
aboard a
hit me,
JetBlue flight in
it's
San
on.
Francisco Wednesday. The video obtained by TMZ Sports shows the man throwing the punches is former heavyweight champ Mike Tyson. JetBlue declined to comment, but a statement from Mike Tyson's representative says, unfortunately, Mr. Tyson had an incident on a flight with an aggressive passenger who began harassing him and threw a water bottle at him while he was in his seat. Both Tyson and the passenger, seen with a bloodied forehead, were detained. But San Francisco police say the man provided minimal details of the incident and refused to cooperate further. NBC News has not been able to identify him for comment.
This is classic for what we see on the plane when we are not able to get to an event. Sometimes we just can't get there fast enough, and it escalates so quickly that it gets way, way out of hand.
Earlier that day, Tyson attended a 420 festival in San Francisco. Recently, he's fought to reinvent himself and become the king of cannabis after years of run-ins with the law.
King of
You don't
cannabis.
see me hear about me in the paper, doing crazy stuff like I used to do.
But this week's incident, reminiscent of the retired
And you throw
boxer's
water bottle at
controversial
him?
past. The altercation came the same day the FAA made permanent its zero-tolerance policy designed to curb unruly behavior on flights.
Well,
of course, it all of a sudden it passed. Of course. All of a
I'm
sudden.
gonna put hands on that man.
See, that's what happens. After you throw a water bottle in the back of his head, oh, you know that's an ass whoop.
So you saying all y'all saying he was asking for it?
He begged. He damn near was on his knees. Please slap me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That's provoking. That is provoking.
Yes, please slap the shit out of me. I want you to hit me. I'm not leaving this seat until you do.
So that anger management that he went through didn't work?
No, it worked.
What does it have to do? It worked. It worked.
Still talking.
Right.
It worked. He did.
They were able to both walk off the plane. Because the other boy, he didn't have to walk off. He didn't have to walk off the plane.
Sure did.
What happened with Kenya and Portia?
What happened with them?
Because when Portia attacked Kenya on the reunion, she grabbed her and drug her.
Literally.
Kenya had this little scepter thing, and she kept, putting it in Portia's face. And so they was like, "You provoked it.
You begged for it. Please slap me." Yes.
Your ass. Yeah.
Begging for it.
Wow.
And she got up and dragged her ass.
See? And then you call her wrong. Then you say she wrong.
No, this is the kicker. In a full-length ball gown. How you doing?
Right. Right. She went in a full-length ball gown. I ain't mad. You begged me to have to win. You begged.
and stilettos and still rock the hoe. I don't like Kenya anyway.
Ain't mess up her hair or nothing.
So not liking somebody gives you the right to beat them up.
I
Mike
didn't say
Tyson
that.
is a
You
professional.
always
No,
put words
Kenya
in
was
people's mouth.
mean. She's like the mean girl. Just because
And-
she was Miss America, whatever she was. She's like the mean girl to the other girls. And it's a shame because her husband really did her wrong. And her divorce played all out in the media.
And I was all there for it, drinking.
But they don't give her no break.
I mean, all the shit you talk about everybody else, and look at your man.
And Dennis, who are you to judge on how someone defends themselves? If I have to lay hands on somebody, I feel threatened to have to lay hands. Who are you to judge that I feel that I need to lay hands?
If it was other than Mike Tyson, it's different.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Mike Tyson hands was considered to be legal weapons. He had anger management problems. That was our issue.
And that was in the 1900s, right?
Right. That's a colonizer. He tried to judge him. Yeah, he tried to judge him.
How is that judging him?
Just let people smoke on the plane. If he probably would have smoked a little bit more greens, he would have been fine.
If that man hadn't provoked him, Mike Tyson wouldn't have done that. You can't say that without him being provoked.
What you say? Say it again.
Which one of us? You can't do nothing without being provoked.
How you
so how you say he was wrong for defending himself? Oh, your hair's a lethal. You can't defend yourself. Let that man hit you and bash you upside the back of your head. It's okay. American people will love you. Fuck them American people.
He knew what amount of pressure
if anybody, right. If you throw a water bottle at any man's head, I'm not denying anybody's head. 9 times out of 10, you got a squab on your hands. We got to lay hands. I don't care what you violent. I don't care about your non-violent attitude at that moment. I'm going to be violent at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Yes. Well, that person didn't bother me. We wouldn't have this problem. You said nothing about the person that's instigating. So it's okay for someone to just go and invade somebody and just keep instigating. It's okay for that. I don't have an anger management problem, but I definitely wouldn't stand for that. So, but you're saying that's okay to be done.
I don't think you should be beating up on nobody, especially being Mike Tyson. But that's not. Just like Will Smith shouldn't have smacked that boy. But I mean, if that's what y'all think, certain things.
How do you make them the same? Mike Tyson was defending himself.
But y'all justify both violence.
No, that's different. That is different.
Yeah, both of them are totally different. They're not.
Mike Tyson. He did not throw anything at Will Smith.
He did.
Touch Will Smith.
He threw an insult.
He
told a joke.
He threw an insult at his girl.
This white man was all in Mike Tyson's ear over the seat. And he
then threw a water bottle. Then threw and hit a water bottle. Purposely hit him in the head with it. So what are you talking about? That's okay to do that because you Mike Tyson. You're not supposed to hit me back.
Will Smith smacked Chris for all African Americans.
I don't know about all that.
That agree with him. That agree with him. Because, Chris Rock is a coon.
I don't know about all that, but okay.
Chris Rock, I mean, it's videotape. It's video out here. Him talking about letting Caucasians saying nigger. That's the whitest nigger I ever knew. Oh yes, it's blatantly video of him allowing that. Even at what's the dude name? One of the actors was like, I don't think you should. He said, I don't think you should be saying that. And he like, nah. This is the nigga. Like, really? Really? Would you sit around and let Caucasian people just holler that word around?
I don't know if you let them. They did it on their own.
Would you just sit there where I can, let me shut up.
You might not have what Dave Chappelle has. I don't know.
Well, everybody didn't come up the same way, so I don't know what's acceptable or not, in such situations.
That is not acceptable. It's not acceptable.
Sometimes, Bobby, sometimes we think that when we see things, it's not that bad, even though we know it's bad. You know, we always try to find the justification because it's been happening to us for so long. So I'm not quite sure. If you're trying to make it in the industry, you know, you got to fake it till you make it, they say. So, I mean, what does that look like?
Right. He was the black man that followed Eddie Murphy on SNL. You know, that he was before it was only one black person.
And I don't know if Chris Rock was as funny as
this thing.
Chris Rock is not funny.
Like the only person. Oh,
right, because he wasn't like Eddie Murphy.
A little funny.
He is not, to me, my opinion. I would not go spend my money to go see him. I've seen his movies on bootleg. So.
Now that's me.
I'm keeping it real. I mean,
I got you.
If it ain't on HBO, I got to see it from somewhere else. So, you know, 9 times out of 10, my homie down the street got it on bootleg. So, you know. And
but he always works with Adam Sandler.
I love Adam Sandler. Whatever his name is. You talking about Daddy. Big Daddy. That's what it's called, right?
They did a lot of movies together.
But I love how he do it though. When he do a movie, he take all the people that worked with him before and put them in the movie too. You ever
Tyler Perry and all them do that same shit.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry just make money off of people.
You have a strong opinion, Bobby, about these people. Wow.
I have, yeah. That's the blessing of being an American.
Right, but I mean, I think they do what they can. They think that, you know, they try to make the best of their life and hire people. They give actors jobs and stuff like that. I mean, how could you find fault in that?
It's people saying that he clap his hands and everybody scatters. He snap his fingers and things get done.
Is that bad?
Let Ray do that to you, and you let me know.
If acting get paid like they pay the actors, hell, you can do that to me. Come on, now. I'm not above reproach. If you can pay me what Tyler Perry is paying them, okay, I snap. I'll go to the next room.
But I wonder how much do actors actually get paid? Because the same way they do with the music industry, I'm pretty sure they do the same thing to them.
No, they get paid a lot because they get, you know, there's advertisements that come in, you know, if they're doing a series and stuff like that. They get a certain amount of money, just like, you know, basketball players and football players do per episode.
And they get royalties and repeats. You know,
that was in the movie, and she still gets like royalties whenever they play that movie on whatever channel.
So I don't know. I mean, talk to me dirty or whatever you want to talk to me if you're paying me. But no, I'm not going to listen if they got no money. Money is power. I mean, that same way I go to work. I used to work at this place, the hospital. She told me, if you got time to clean, you got time to clean. She was telling me all kind of stuff. You could be doing this. And I'm like, who the hell are you? I've done my job here. Now you want me to, because she told me you can do extra work. You can find things to do. Who does that at a job?
Well, it depends on what industry you're in. Like she said, if you lean, you can clean.
Okay.
If you're in the restaurant industry, it's always something for you to be doing.
Bullshit, Bobby. I can't take that. No.
No, you do. No. You have to keep it clean.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Y'all are not being fair as usual.
No. Constant cleaning is necessary so that you meet health code regulations. You have to
I wasn't on cleaning. I was on burgers.
It doesn't matter what was around it. What did you get the burgers from? It wasn't clean.
They had a little drawer underneath the grill. You open the door up and take the burgers out. Now they wanted some rags. They tell me 12 rags. We was filled up in the counter on burgers. I cleaned the grill in my area. Then you can talk about you can watch TV. That's not my area. No, I'm not doing all that.
Did you work in the same area the next day?
I always work grill.
All right, so I always work grill. That don't mean that's the only thing that I will be doing.
I don't want to hear that shit. No, because I put ice in the grill.
Did you work at?
Huh?
Which one did you work at?
I worked in Indiana at the event stand at McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
And I put ice in the grill. I had my area clean. I changed all the little sauces and stuff. So, I mean, my burger area was clean. Well, we was full in the bin on burgers. They didn't want to make no more burgers, you know. So I'm like, well, my area is done. Well, you can go do this. I'm like, I'm not doing all that. No. If burgers pop up and we got a screen for the burgers, you want me to put them down. I'm not doing nothing else but my area.
Yeah. I'm glad that was you in the 1800s. Because these days you get fired.
I quit.
And health code violation.
Yeah,
oh, that's not. Listen, y'all talking about this. That's none of my
No,
business.
they do.
That's none of my business. Some damn health code. I'm supposed to make burgers. That's what y'all put me at.
Oh, it is your business. Then you had to learn how to make those burgers. Then you had to go through OSHA before you got on that grill.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was your business about the health code. Because in order for you to do that, you had to learn about the health code. So yeah, it was your job. It was your job to mop the whole.
Okay, Bobby, I can't believe that because I was no cashier.
So
I was no
when you
cashiers.
work in a restaurant, is everybody do everything. You're not in just one specific area.
How?
If I need you to go
okay,
in there,
no, that bitch. Okay.
Other duties as assigned.
No.
Correct.
Every job description has that on there, so they can tell you to do other shit that ain't got nothing to do with your job.
Can I ask a question? Because as soon as I go do something else, and then she said, "Why you not in your area?" Well, bitch, if you want me to clean something, do something for you, I go in my area. But when I walk up my area, why are you not in your? That's why I stay by the grill. No, they double standards. Fuck that. I'm not. No, that's why I can't do that. That's stupid.
But you know.
How you gonna tell me to stay in my area and do burgers? Since we up on burgers now, ain't nothing to do right now. Now I gotta find something to do for 10 minutes. That's just dumb.
No, it's not necessarily find something to do for 10 minutes.
Tomorrow.
You can prep yourself for the next day.
Yeah, there's stuff you can do.
That's not dumb. You can sit there and fill up the bottles. You can go in there and make sure your patty's in the right spot. You know, you can prep
please.
for the next day.
You know,
but see, I guess because you didn't do it for a while and I have done it for a long time, I prep. Even now that I'm gone, I prep for the next. No, I didn't for tomorrow because I'm off on the weekend. But Monday through Friday, I prep. When I come in the next day, I don't have to do the same thing over again. You understand what I'm saying? It's about, and then I keep busy. If I keep busy, that means time go by quicker.
Well, Bobby,
I don't have to sit here and stare in my face.
If I was there every day, but since I go in there one day and I'm not off to another day, and then if I did prep, it wouldn't matter because I'm off the next day. I've worked every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They'll still be fucked up when you come back anyway.
It always will be.
So why should I talk about doing extra work? I'm gonna finish bottles and that kind of shit. That's not my job. I'm on the grill. You supposed to stay in your area. I clean my area. I'm done. Ain't no cleaning and bullshit. No, that's wrong.
But I'm glad you quit.
All right.
Well, that's why I don't work at these. Huh?
Because you would have been fired.
No, how can I be fired when that's not fair? You can't do double standards.
Yes, I can. You disobeyed, not disobeyed. You didn't do. Not the word I want to use. Insubordination.
Because ain't no word you can use that's fair.
Insubordination.
Other duties as assigned. Yep. If your manager told you to go and wipe the tables down in the lobby,
insubordination.
Do that. That is what that is.
I'm out of my area. That's not right. When I want to go out of my area, you get mad. Now you want to go to my area. Oh, please. See, bullshit.
You're supposed to listen to your manager.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's even changed because it depends on who's there. The shift manager can change all the time. This was stupid. Depends on who was on duty that night. I'm like, if y'all stop with this bullshit.
That's with every business.
Oh,
everyone like a certain manager, and certain managers are cool, and certain managers are not. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't make a difference. You know she's the bitch. Move around so she won't be bitching at you.
Okay, I don't understand that because
find shit to do, so she can't tell you to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Look busy.
See, I'm not used to that.
I'd have been taking my good God time to clean that grill.
Okay.
You know, I used to work at the hospital. I go into the hospital, I do 30, 40 sets and leave for the rest of the day. I come back before it's time to clock out and clock out. I used to work the evening shift, so I don't like playing games like that. If you can't catch me, have me doing something all the time, I don't know. I did that for years. And I knew how much work I was doing nights, so I get it all done and sneak out the back door.
Oh, you were still in time. Fired.
What?
Yeah. I'm that
Fired fast.
How do you still? What do you mean still time?
HR, come get his ass out of the building.
Y'all not understanding as usual. Y'all want to make up just stuff that y'all make up.
No, it's no making it up. You've been fired.
I did more sets than anybody at the hospital. I made sure of that. So when I left to go do what I had to do,
on the clock and you down the street and you're not on your break, you're still in time.
Where did that come from?
You said you was out there on your doing whatever you do and still be on the clock.
I don't know. I did what I was supposed to do. I did more than what I was supposed to do.
And
I don't understand. I did my job. I did more than my job every day.
Well, you should have clocked out then.
Huh?
When you left out the door, you should have clocked out.
Okay, we had a quota every day. Our quota was 14 sets for the surgery. I did 30 and just took the other time and hung out. I don't understand why we had to stand there without time when it didn't take nobody that. Most people stand there all day long and do 14 sets because they were cackalaking and bullshitting.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the same thing. I just didn't do it there.
They did it the right way.
Oh, now I get it. Now I understand. Okay, the right way, whatever that means.
The white way.
Right. Thank you, Rexanne.
Mm-hmm. But you'd have been fired from this black way.
I don't know what that's about. I didn't get fired. I stayed there for 10 years. When I did get fired, we got a new manager because he didn't understand my ways either.
Mm-hmm. He was breaking the rules.
That's not, you know what? I could have stood there. He got his 14 sets. And I could have waffled and talked like everybody else. You know, he liked the fact that I did double the sets. He said, if you can do that and stay here, you'll be doing a good job. I said, what's the difference? I'm doing a good job. I'm still doing double the sets.
Mm-hmm.
And if I didn't nobody tell your ass, you would have never knew.
Like we know about the 14-year-old kissing.
Kissing who?
Her, Zoe.
Is that wrong?
14-year-olds can't kiss. I remember trying to kiss at 14, so I don't understand.
Okay, no,
I didn't
that's
do it in front of my parents, though.
Not in front of the parents, right?
Why?
What was that? How do you know it was in front of the parents?
I don't know, y'all. That's just.
I mean, who's to say? I mean, you know.
In today's world,
that's the war show.
They were at. I don't know. They were taking pictures for Easter. They were all together.
Oh yeah, I didn't kiss my partner.
Posted them kissing on the Instagram.
Oh yeah, she should have.
Somebody at 14 in front of my mom and daddy. My mom probably would slap me.
You didn't say you was gay back in the day.
That was back in the 1900s when mamas did that. That was in the 1900s when mamas did all that. They don't do that in the 2200s now.
These kids are sneaky these days. They can read a lot of stuff because these iPads.
Right. They doing Snapchat and all that.
We were sneaky. We were sneaky because there was no internet. There was no videos. There was nothing.
There was nothing. Now these days they put it there. Right. There's a record of everything today.
You wasn't kissing people at 14.
You can't prove it.
Do it in front of your mama.
At 14.
I didn't do it in front of my parents because my mama would have slapped the shit out of me.
That's wrong.
Now, if you had a daughter today and she did that, would you get mad if she kissed a boy at 14? Or kiss someone at 14?
Not in front of me. Don't kiss nobody in front of me.
At 14 now?
No,
Oh,
Ooh, you're the old school.
you so rude. That's not old school. She was born in 1900s.
I'm sorry. I was born in 1977.
And I was
my
born
son did not kiss no girl in front of me. He held that girl's hand when he was 17. I didn't see them kiss.
Okay, so if it's over 21, you can do it over 21?
He was grown. He was over 18.
I'm going to do it now, and I'm 43.
Do you got to be married too before you can do it in front of you?
No, I let them live with me. They were shacking.
They shacking like a was grown. Yeah, they shacking. Okay. I got you.
Wow. She done brought grandma word out. Shack.
Right.
Now, why what's the problem with EJ John?
No, what was they calling that back in the day? Living and singing.
Mm.
So, do you think he looked good in this sequence dress?
Who?
EJ.
I thought EJ always been in a dress.
Well, I mean, a gay son from an NBA star.
Because I like this silver ensemble. I think it's one of the better outfits I've seen EJ in. I thought he was a Braxton.
I thought it was a female.
I'm sorry. I thought he was a Braxton there for a second. One of them girls.
That's his son?
Yep.
Yeah.
He looks good.
Yeah. He's just good. DJ is always, he's always been a cat boy. He always
a fashionista.
A fashionista cat boy. Has always been like that. But that outfit he got on now is just as good on him. I wonder if he got on thigh-high boots like he normally do.
That's a new thing, the thigh-high boots?
No, thigh-high boots been around for years. That's the old school.
It ain't going nowhere.
Go. Back in the 60s.
Go. Yeah.
Tall boots.
That's the thing. Have them all the way up there. Do the damn
I got to see EJ at a Youth Thrive conference. And it was kind of when they first came out and they were standing kind of greeting folks in this gorgeous wrap. And just like happy and bubbly, and like if you didn't know who that person was, you would never think that they were, the child of a superstar, because they were just like chilling, blending with the people and having fun. It was really fun to watch.
I'm sure I would let him meet him. I would definitely let him meet Sister Johnson.
Well, I don't know, because he's got the makeup and everything just flawless.
He's been doing this for 1,000 years. He's not new to the rodeo. Not new at all to this rodeo.
And he got a lot of connects.
And don't he have a fashion company? Don't he have a company already? A fashion, I think he got something in the fashion world already.
Oh.
So he's not new.
He's definitely a fashionista.
Yeah, he's not new to this game at all. No.
I guess.
Some of these girls can't even stomp hard as she comes out with her outfit. She don't play. And it's always been like that. I don't ever know EJ has ever not being like that.
Oh.
And I don't think EJ even is EJ even 25 yet? Or is he 30?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's that.
I don't think EJ is that old.
Somebody Google it.
Google EJ.
EJ Johnson.
I got a question, because I was challenged earlier. I don't know if it's true or not, but
you were challenged earlier.
Yes.
Okay. Challenge.
I know yesterday was 420.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody asked me, how do you store your weed?
Store it.
You're right, because some use a straight plastic bag from the baggie, they want to wrap twice and they want to turn into it, like twist it and twist it and twist it, keep it fresh. Some people use jars. Some people use pill bottles. I mean, what's the best way to store it?
Each to its own.
That's what I use. A mason jar.
If I have a couple of measures, I'll use them. But yeah, each to its own. It depends on what's kind. I mean, each to its own. Why?
Well,
do you have something special?
No, because people always ask me like, what you do with your weed, how you keep it moist. Well, do you have this, that, and the other? Do you put in the freezer? I mean, I was like, I didn't know.
I never heard of that one.
What?
Now I heard the cigarettes go in the freezer or tobacco, but I never heard.
Well, if I had a couple of pounds, on me, then yeah, I'd store it in the freezer. I wouldn't leave it out, but not just everyday regular weed.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
Okay, what's everyday regular weed to reach up in the freezer?
I wouldn't be using a whole pound to be doing it. My regular weed probably an ounce or two.
So, I mean, I don't understand. A QP is only 4 ounces. So, I mean, I'm not quite sure how. I mean, if it's a lot of weed to put in the freezer, if it's a 2 ounces, you don't.
If I had a lot of weed, I store it in the freezer. If I just had my own personal stash, it doesn't go in the freezer. So if I had a pound or two of weed, I would store it in the freezer unless it was going out the door fast. Got to keep it in a cool, dark place so it keeps it moist. It's already wrapped up pretty good individually. I keep mine individually packed.
So you don't keep it in a center so the police can't get it when they come in and rush you?
Keep it in the, I'm not going to tell you where I keep my stuff at, but it definitely ain't in the ceilings because that messes up my crown molding. Just let you know.
Okay, so whatever that is, but
crown molding is the molding I have around my ceiling and my walls. Messes that up, and I pay good money for that crown molding.
You have a drop ceiling. You put the thing to the planet out, put it on top of
I
that.
don't have drop ceilings. Nope, I have an old Victorian home.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have drop ceilings, nothing like that.
So you wouldn't keep it in the freezer, Bobby. You keep it where? Between the mattress, a big jar of syrup?
In my office, in my drawer.
Wow. Let it dry out.
I'm gonna smoke it still, wet or dry.
Really?
But doesn't it lose its potency? That's what they were telling me.
The drier it gets, the more it loses its potency. It had no kick. It don't taste like it just came off the vine. Sure tastes like it just came off the vine.
Well, how long can you keep it? Is it?
It's an ancient Chinese secret.
I thought that was that cow guy.
To get up to times now, how to keep marijuana fresh and moist, ancient Chinese secret.
So do you put alcohol on it to refresh it?
Yeah, try alcohol on your, yeah. How did it work for you?
I don't drink, so I don't have alcohol, so I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about rubbing alcohol, so I don't know.
Why is your weed getting stale?
Yeah, how did it last that long?
To a point, right?
It don't last long enough to get stale.
Well, somebody said that some weed got moldy and he couldn't sell it.
What?
So I asked him how he stored the weed.
How did you? That had to be a product from manufacturing. That came from manufacturing. When whoever cut that had to have some water in their stuff, but as they got rid of the transport, that mold on weed don't just happen overnight.
Nope. I don't know how it happened. I asked him the same question.
Yeah, that came from transport, dude. You bought some bad shit from whoever sold it to you.
Well, this happened in Detroit because I guess he got a lot of it. He had 5 pounds of it. He found mold on this stuff. I'm like, how did that happen?
Didn't put it in the refrigerator.
Is that what
you didn't put it in the freezer after storage?
But I did see a big recall in the news in Detroit even in the dispensaries. So something happened with somebody's grow.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
Well, I
they
was-
were manufacturing.
it was on the news.
oh, I was talking to
That's all I know about it.
Yeah,
I
because Mo can't form that quick. It had to come from manufacturing. It's just not gonna just appear.
I don't know, but when they told me this, I'm like, I've never had that issue. And how'd you know it was mold anyway? You know, how would you find out that the weed got moldy? What would you?
You would see the mold on it.
Oh,
You can actually see the mold on. You can see mold.
Taste it, smell it.
okay.
You've been in the game 1,000 years plus, Dennis. I know your senses have developed enough to know the mold. You know something ain't right with that deal.
Well, I said that's why I'm wondering because I haven't come across that yet. That I've seen the weed moldy. I never have it that long. But there again, he was telling me this story about this. And I'm like, how did you know? How did you find out? He said there was a lot of it with mold.
That had to come from manufacturing. From when you was cutting it and bagging it and doing all that. That had to come from that part. Something in your shipping process.
Okay, so y'all got it all figured out. I just still don't know. I was when I went to Detroit, I wanted to see it because they still got something left. They said.
You wanted to see what Mo. Now you know if it's gonna be 2-3 months, you said it's definitely not gonna look like the same. So how are you gonna judge what it would look like if it came out of your bag?
No, it still be moldy, isn't it? A little bit. They said.
You got 3-month-old weed. You look at it, tell the mold content.
I don't know. I got a little glass so I can look at it.
He making a designer penicillin.
Okay.
Maybe a youth potion or something. I guess.
I was shocked because I was like, how do we get mold on it? But then again, I digress.
Yeah, plants and stuff get mold on them too. It can be from overwatering. It can be from a lot of things. Because you can get mold, you can get different things. So yeah, it's possible.
Could develop mold after it could have got root rot, and mold forms real fast. Root rot.
Oh. I'm not a gardener, so who knows how that shit happens. I thought it was interesting to say weed got mold on it. I said, can you taste it? Does it taste different?
Yes.
There you go.
Did you need any more any divine wisdom from us that we can grant you an answer?
It's the anniversary of Prince Death.
What day?
I don't know. We just know he passed away, and he's gonna be missed.
He is missed. I thought I would get a chance to meet him while I was here in Minnesota.
I did too. You know, I was expecting to go to a concert or something.
Yeah, I was hoping I'd got the chance to actually meet him and actually just, see if I could get a chit chat with him. Huh?
Right. I said it was so disappointing. I wanted to meet him too.
Because he's only like 20 years older than we are.
Huh?
He's only 20 years older than us.
Well, I got to meet him with Ursula. I got to meet him with Ursula, but we didn't get to sit down and talk. We went to
I'd want to sit down and talk. Yeah, I'd want to sit down and talk.
He don't do that. He comes out after he'll be 2 hours late at his club, plays the music, gets started screaming, and goes back in, and nobody's saying after that. And everybody sits around and waits till he come out again. I did that for 2 or 3 nights with Ursula, and I was like, this is crazy.
When I first moved to Minnesota, I ran across a couple of guys. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just saying, that's not crazy. You got to see him. There are a lot of people who did never get a chance to see him before.
I wanted to talk to him because when I first moved here, a couple of guys took me out to Paisley Park. But Prince didn't show up, but I was really hoping, please, another time. I just want to talk to him because I hear he is great.
A lot.
He had great house party. I mean, great,
well,
social party.
But there wasn't no alcohol there. He had juice. He waited around for hours. He never shows up.
I'm sure they smoked and we was all good. I'm sure I would be able to smoke and it'd be fine.
You couldn't smoke either in there then.
He'd have a spot for me.
Outside.
He'd have a spot for me to smoke.
You couldn't drink or smoke at Prince's place. You had to sit around and wait for him. He came out for an hour or half an hour, and he went back in. You didn't see him again. He waited all night, and then he had to wait after he came out for an hour.
Then I'm not going to the party that you want to.
Why?
I'm going to the party where Prince is.
This is at his club in Chanhassen.
I don't want to be at his club. I want to be where Prince is.
Well,
Prince is only at that club for 15 minutes. Then he's going back home.
he was at home. That's why he lived there. What are you talking about, Ray?
He's in another part of the house. Different area, dude.
It's 7 o'clock.
Happy Friday, y'all.
Sounded like a dinosaur. What the fuck was that sound?
That was somebody's computer mess.
It sounded like a dinosaur or some shit. Like
So good. Good 9 lives. I'm so glad we had this time together.
Whoa.
All right, it's Friday night.
All right, everybody. We'll catch y'all next
have a
week.
great weekend. Peace out.
Be safe. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.